Oh, and what about the good that I bring in? Are you trying to say that I have nothing good in me? Do you mean that I have done nothing good in this relationship? Are you trying to say there is no positive contribution from my side? Ring a bell? Have you said it or have you heard it? I'm sure you have. Guilty of saying it for a lot of years. Thankfully, not anymore, all thanks to self awareness. I have heard it also innumerable times, and that is top class deflection and top class manipulation. What happens when somebody says that? Now, it's obvious that every person has good in them, has something not good in them. The moment this is brought up, the one who's addressing an issue, one who wants to talk about something that's not good, that's hurting them, or they want to exercise a boundary, this person immediately starts to struggle with making sure that the conversation centers around what is not working, because they do know in their heart that yes, there is good stuff also from this person. And then it is a guilting technique. You guilt the other person to saying that, oh, you're somebody who was focusing on what's not right in me and you're forgetting what's the good in me. And the deflection takes away the focus from the context, from the issue at hand, and then the conversation starts to grow around, but I did this, I did that, I brought in this, and you are this person who's not paying attention to the good in me. And why do people do it? I'll tell you at least why I did it, and in all my experience of working with people do it because people have really fragile egos, people have very wounded selves, and any criticism hits at their self-worth, their self-esteem, and reminds them of their lack or their inability to do certain things positively and constructively. And it feels like they cannot take it, because then they'll have to admit that they are not good enough. And if they admit that they are not good enough, it probably would mean that they are just overall, on the whole, not good enough. It is nuanced and we can go into the details, but I'm not going into the details. But if you are doing this to somebody, or if somebody is doing this to you, please understand that it's a deflection tactic, it's a manipulation tactic, because the other person does not want to admit, does not want to take accountability, and does not want to take responsibility of something that they are doing that they shouldn't be doing. And taking criticism is not something that they are okay with or they have learned to deal with, because they feel a lot of lack inside. They don't feel that they are enough, and they want to project a certain image. It could be possible that it happens only in the moment, and later on the person can actually go and reflect and introspect and then have a conversation and take responsibility, accountability. And there are situations where this persists. So every time you bring in something, this is what happens, this is what you get to hear. If that's happening, please take note of it. And if you are the one who's doing it, go inside, check what are your blocks here of feeling and understanding that you are enough, even with the things that are seen as flaws in you, and that you're worthy of love and you're worthy of a good relationship.